asking questions from people in the house. Don't forget, this Akingboye too died in the house. Akingboye died in the house. But he was asking the same question. Wait a minute, what happened?
Okay.
Nobody responded. And he deemed it fit to probe further, which is normal for everybody to do. So is Baba Mohbad doing the wrong thing? No. He has asked questions. He called Wumi, what happened? Wumi say his injection. Later he say they should go and roll. You know, all sorts. We can only advise the family. Oh, okay. We can only advise the family. That's the best we can do. And we will still continue to do it. Anything we see, we'll tell the family. This is it. How far can we go? There is this document I saw on Akpapa's page yesterday. You know, who are these people sending life to me? You know, about this DNA thing. Right about now, the family should be careful. The family has to be careful. In fact, they've gotten to the peak that the family should be suspecting everything. I get it. If the government should come to the family that I want to do this, oh, you come and suspect government. Because look at this incident. Look at it. Look at how they have forensic vehicle like this. Look at how they move to the scene of event. How come Mohbad case was different? Now, the paper, let me call it paper. Let me call it paper. This is where Baba Mohbad needs to be very careful. They need to be very careful. They need to scrutinize everything. God bless you, Papa Gunwa. Even after taking Mohbad's specimen, the IPO Mohammed kept that thing in a ziploc. Specimen that ought to be under a specific degree of coldness to preserve it to when it's going to be sent. It was put in a ziploc. Beni pe pomo, ara pomo ti mo posh man ta yen ni ara Mohbad. Wọ́n fi sínú mo posh no verse yo. Wọ́n fi specimen Mohbad sínú ziploc. What dàbí àti mo posh bá sọ pé pomo tó ká tó máa fi sínú mo posh ẹ mọ nǹkan tó máa fi sínú àwọn. But you package your jar ticket here. Man, you package specimen Mohbad. Office no bed. And through Berekete, we realized that specimen was not sent. It was with the IPO. And some nitwits, some low-thinking brainers will be saying, why did the critical thinkers, why did they add the Nigerian police to the suit? Dumbass people. Dumbass people. Why won't we add that? For how many months? That specimen was lying with that guy. And the funniest thing is that you can't sue that person in person. No. Because he's representing an organization. So you need to petition that organization. That's why every police parastatal is in that suit. And some people, well, don't let us talk about that. That's not what I came here to say. But what I'm here to say is that let me read it. Let me just read it. I believe some of you have seen the document, but trust me. How many of you come across this document? I'm coming. It's not clear yet. Come on. How many of you came across this document? And just in the comment section, I'm going to explain. Because Akpapa still posted that document on his show yesterday. This document that has to do with DNA, granted DNA to be done abroad and in Nigeria. How many of you have seen it? If you've seen it, if you have come across that document, just do I in the comment section so that I know that we're on the same page. Iriano, God bless you. You've seen it. You've seen it. I'm coming. Let me. Okay, Buluwate, okay. Adebukola have seen it. Iriana have seen it. Yebabaguma have seen it. Now, let me say this. Yeah? God of Vengeance have seen it. Prince have seen it. Okay. For the sake of, because for me, I will just say this. Let me quickly, I will flash it. I need you to understand what I'm just going to flash it. I'm just going to flash the document. That is why Mr. Aloba needs to be careful. We'll keep on advising the one we can do, but the decision lies on him. You get what I'm saying? The decision lies on him. You understand? Have you seen it now? This is the document. You see it? As plain as the document is. Have you seen the document, guys? Have you seen it now? Are we on the same page? Shetiri? Okay, God bless you. Now, there's something about this document. When we study the document, we find out that this document was not signed, was not stamped, and the document was presented. The topic is update on suit number. Now, it get me worried. And all the city guys who were thinking outside the box. Let me tell you this. Critical thinkers are Kuruni injustice. We are still at the back seats. We are together. When we have a concern, we speak out. So, no, say, but we just do the needful. We speak out. We cannot cry more than the bereaved. Now, this document, if you've seen it, you know that this document was not signed and was not stamped. And we begin to ask ourselves questions. Like this, Barrister Oluwatosin, we examine it. Now, when we were asking questions, we got to a time we're now asking that the application Baba submitted. Baba submitted an application that he wants to conduct this DNA in abroad because one reason, they don't do the kind of DNA Baba wants to do in Nigeria. That was why they submitted that application. Now, when this update came out, we saw that the 2 DNA tests be conducted in an accredited and recognized hospital, both in Nigeria and outside Nigeria. So it gave us concern. Why is Nigeria coming up again? When the reason that application was filed was because that thing cannot be done in Nigeria. understand? Because the application was not signed, and it got us worried. And we begin to ask questions. So at a point in time, guys, let me go back to that. At a point in time, we're now asking questions. And from all we can gather, they said that Wumi also applied to be done in Nigeria. Guys, let me shock you. I'm going to shock you now. I'm going to, hold on, please. Note that document was not signed. Note it's very clear. Now there is a court proceeding that went out, and I think Madam Coffee too posted it. Madam Coffee too posted it one time like that. You know, that one, if you look at it, it stays certified true copy. How many of you saw that? Comfy posted it about some few days ago on our show. How many of you saw that? That one was stamped. Thank you, Ikelua. That one was stamped and dated. Now, we can only talk about what we see. We cannot talk about what we don't see. Now, let me quickly read it to you. The one that got us concerned. Because when we also got that, when we saw it through, we always like to ask questions. That's one thing. We ask a lot of questions. We do a lot of consultations, and we said that court motion notice dated blah 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 structure blah blah blah. As is ordered as prayers as follow. The DNA must be conducted under the strict supervision. Look at the words of the court. Under the strict supervision of the welfare officer. Now the second one, the DNA test is also to be conducted in the presence of the representative of the party. Court now adjourned to 11:11. Now the only different that document that I showed now that was not signed. That document too spoke about that date, 11th. Although that document was not signed, but that document was saying that it should be done in Nigeria and in abroad. But the signed document now, please guys listen, the signed document now is stating clearly that the DNA test they did not say the specimen collection or the sample collection. The DNA test must be conducted under the strict supervision of the welfare officer. Now, we now begin to ask ourselves a lot of questions. If the court is saying this, is it that the welfare officer will leave Nigeria and come to anywhere they want to do it abroad to supervise? Now, don't forget, According to what we heard, they said Wumi said that she knows a place they can do the DNA in Nigeria, vis-a-vis why the DNA was granted. Guys, listen. We cannot cry more than the bereaved. We only advise, keep on advising the family in order to open their eyes and shine their eyes. Now, the DNA test must be conducted under strict supervision of the welfare officer. DNA, not sample collection. Now, the DNA test is also to be conducted in the presence of the representative of the parties. Now, courts now adjourn to 11:11. The similarity between the first one and the second one is the date 11:11. The difference between the two documents is one was stamped and signed, one was not stamped and was not signed. Where critical thinkers started asking questions. And now, where is that document that was not signed coming from? One, this document that is signed, that is saying court proceedings, on what ground? Now, look at it this way. You had a test conducted in Spain, for example, and the court, the welfare officer is not there. Then you have one that is done in Lagos, and the welfare officer is carried along in the one in Lagos. Which one will the court, which result will court open and read, please? Is it not the one that met the criteria of the court's instruction? Now, this is where we are telling you, hey, Daddy Mohbad, hey, Ejara, you make this new era, no go advise you wrongly. This new era, may they no go advise you wrongly. Now, let me now boast you. The second one, I can authoritatively tell you that even if Baba Mohbad decides to do the Nigeria DNA, it might not meet this criteria. It might not meet this criteria. You know why? Because they said DNA test must be conducted in the presence of the representative of the family, of the parties. Now we know the two parties involved. Mohbad's family and Wumi's family. Wumi's family will conduct their own. And don't forget, mi ò tí dalẹ̀. Ta ló sọ pé mi ò tí dalẹ̀? Wumi ó ṣá mọ̀ pé mi ò tí dalẹ̀.
We are hungry.
Wumi mi ò tí dalẹ̀. You know the story, yeah? Ta ló sọ pé comment section, I want to dull me now. Ta ló sọ pé Wumi ò tí dalẹ̀. God bless you. So, Abosede.
My charger be there.
No. Abosede.
Gbogbo charger lè wà bá.
Now, this is my thinking. I'm just thinking out that now, if on that other hand, they now call Wumi, please present your DNA result. Wumi now brings out a DNA result. My lord, this is the result. Then they now.
Are you going to work?
They now They now open the results and the judge wants to read. Please, can you tell us who was present that supervised this DNA test. Then we miss that Kabiru Temu. We'll not say that. My Lord, the welfare officer of this honorable court supervised the DNA processes and all. And also on the other party, Iya Mubad, in person of Abosede, Aloba also was also supervised the process and the proceedings of this court. Bam. That is one. Ultimate criteria. So as this document that I'm looking at is concerned, now they will not go back. They will not ask Baba Mubad. Baba Mubad, the condition, this thing you conducted, you conducted. Please, can you tell us the honorable court? Baba Mubad now said, we conducted one in the U.S. and the officer, which is the welfare officer, will now said, my lord, they will not, honorable welfare officer, please, can you confirm your street supervision on the one that was conducted outside the Nigeria? Then that one I say, my lord, I did not follow them to anywhere they conducted it outside this country. So I'm not, I cannot guarantee you the result of this one. That is one. Then they will answer again. Please, Wumi, can you tell us whether you supervise the DNA from the other side? Wumi will say, my lord, I did not know anything. I was not carried along. That one don't go. Then they will not call the one that was done in Nigeria. Baba, please. Wumi will not say, the one that was done in Nigeria. I was not carried along. I was not represented. So now let's think about it. Aside the jokes, let's be serious. Which one do you think the court will uphold? Now, it's not about emotions now. It's about reality. Which one do you think they will uphold? Because the truth is simple. We have seen these things. We have pointed out to the family. And well, we are waiting patiently that say, oh, maybe it's a faulty document. Maybe we'll get the real one tomorrow. We'll not get the real one tomorrow. We keep our fingers crossed. But as a concerned fellow and people that are seeking justice, we cannot but say this thing publicly, so that you will know that it's not the critical thinkers. We can just only point out what we are saying. You understand? We can only point out what we are saying. And that is why it's for some of us, we find out that it is disheartening. Now we ask a question. We keep asking. The document that said that Baba should be granted DNA in abroad. Why is it not stamped and signed? We keep asking that question. Where is that document coming from? Who gave? See, Baba, we know, but see, understand one thing. Baba is a carpenter. Baba le man motumo pe kon stamp kon sign kon. As a matter of fact, the man is innocent. In Kontoba send this, lo ma gbesita now. Say Baba money anything now. On the man dey forward the consumer Baba kon gbesita ni pe eyin temi, eyin ololufe mi for now. Let's have this. So Baba will not know. Baba won't know. But who is the person that sent Baba that document that was not signed? Who is trying as much as possible to make sure that Baba jin sínú kòtò? Who is doing that? And the thing is this, let me cap it all for you people. This is my opinion. Once that result comes out positive, go see estate kokon. There is no estate anywhere until Liam gets to 18 years old, because before they will start discussing. Now it's not even about the estate, but it's about who presented that document to Baba. The document that was not stamped and signed. Then why is the other one addressing just Nigeria? It's not putting outside the country into consideration. Who is playing that game? Where's that game coming from? Anyways, before I get hypertension, we cannot cry more than the bereaved. What we can just do is to keep pointing out these things. You understand? We keep pointing out it. Then we keep letting the public know our stand, because come out to the critical thinkers. No, lo handle. Handle concon. We're not handling anything, but we're just saying it as the thing, as the case may be now. Who sent that unsigned document to Baba? Talo send the unsigned document. See Baba. How come the proposed court order is different from the scope of line of the CTC? How come the CTC did not cater for the one that to be done abroad? But let me now test this same question we asking, because we have the channel, we directed our channel to the family. But all fingers crossed, they said in the next 24 hours that we are going to see the right one. But before the next 24 hours, so that the public will know that I can fold arms, I can hold on it. No, we're still trying what we can do vis-a-vis how far we can go about it, to let the family to be aware that, okay, although we are not taking the front seat anymore, but that doesn't mean we cannot, chip in what we're observing in the public space. And I think anybody that have given Baba this document that was not signed, could it be? Because if it's a court document, it will be signed, it will be stamped. But that document was not signed, was not stamped. It just stated abroad. Abroad and Nigeria. But the document that was signed and stamped, that one is looking like Nigeria let him share, but court loma supervise here. Tabanika chume ni rank pesi Yoruba. So ele tomba lo she ni Nigeria, ele tomba lo she la abroad is dead on arrival. That's the meaning. Except you have another document that will clearly, but for today, this is what we are saying. So we'll still wait again and see how it goes. But before I continue talking, let me pause for here. I have got great people on the panel. Babagua, Iriano, Vengeance, Rolake, BioBillions. God bless you. Grow with God.
Organization valid. If not that, it has to be stamped and it has to be documented, well documented to make it valid. Signature, the headline of the shared line long because man gets it all right more. Stamped to make it valid. But what did you do? Consigliere, God bless you, Babagua. But muwa fumbaba no wonder wọ́n ti ní tí wọ́n bá fẹ́ gbà nǹkan lọ́wọ́ Nàìjíríà, I mean especially èèyàn dúdú, ẹ lọ tọ́jú ẹ̀ sínú ìwé. Tí kò bá kí ń ṣe àwọn ẹni tí Ọlọ́run yàn ti family Aloba, tí wọ́n read beyond what every Nigeria will not read. Because most of us tá bá ti rí lẹ́tà yẹn báyìí, nǹkan tán ló wà ńbẹ̀ gan la máa ló wà ńbẹ̀, a ní bọ́dà láti kà mọ́. So àti ẹ̀ nímọ̀ bóyá wọ́n sign ẹ̀, bóyá signature wà ńbẹ̀, bóyá wà stamped, bóyá headlines, I mean money
would have one rule for one and another rule for another. They have one law for this man and another law for the other man. Why is Nigeria like that? Why can't we have equal rights? Why can we not be treated fairly and be treated equally? Why? And with all these agitations since the last 24 months, they still not thought it wise to want to do the needful. It is sad. It is really, really sad that you think that some people's life are more better than the other. It should not. Everyone has got the right to life. No life is bigger than the other, irrespective of class, irrespective of our colors, irrespective of our differences. Why would you want to treat one man better than another? Is it because the other man is recognized and Mohbad grew up in one suburb of Ikorodu? And I know they fear God at all, at all. I'll just rest my case on that side. It is a shame. I want to talk about this document that is flying around. For me, I just don't want to pay attention to that document. I do not want to pay attention. How would you send out a legal document? A document coming from the legal home, a legal room. No heading, not signed, no seal, no stamp. I beg your pardon. That document is not valid. That document is not valid. And if that document is coming from Baba Mohbad's lawyer, I want to say the earlier you begin to appeal, the better. Because that judgment is not going to give you what you want. Collect specimen in the presence of the welfare officer. Excuse me, the specimen of Mohbad that was collected about 21 or 22 months ago, it ended up in a locker until Berekete screamed out. Even after Berekete screamed out, the Commissioner for Information was still lying. To the whole world. And you want to believe them that a welfare officer employed by the state government will do the right thing. Emma Financial relation. And if that document actually emanated from your legal thing, I want to advise, please go and begin to do appeal before the appeal window closes. That judgment is not permitting you to do anything abroad. And with the Mohbad situation, everyone knows, we all know it's going to be a tissue based. It is going to be a tissue based. Nobody is dumb here. We are all learned. We all know our left from our right. So how is that going to be possible? Requesting that a welfare officer of who? Who owns the welfare officer? Who is the welfare? With all the abandoned cases, petitions and all whatnot, since the past 24 months, one welfare officer is going to come and do something. Was it the government who requested for DNA? It wasn't. Oh, it was Baba Mohbad who requested. Oh, and therefore, me, that document is not stating that Baba Mohbad should go and do it where he feels he would do it, or just allow him accredited. He should bring up names of accredited or recognized labs abroad that they support or they will agree to. None of that is stated in that document. For me, I just don't want to. I don't want to crack my head for that. No. Thank you very much, everyone. Let me just mute for now and allow Mr. Bayo or Professor Ishak, please. I'll mute my mic for now. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Aloba. God bless you. It's another wonderful time here today. I appreciate you guys for everything you've been doing in absentia and in the present. I was off for a couple of weeks. I guess it's based on the medical advice. Bio-billions remain in justice for Mohbad, and I remain a functioning part and parcel of critical thinkers. I associate myself with every step and moves the critical thinkers are taking, and they will be taking moving forward. And to put clarity to what people are saying, speculating that what is going on, this and that, and it's just an advice. I missed it too, books. If I tell you that I've not been on TikTok and stuff like that, it's just an advice which I feel was necessary to heal to just, it's all for good, because, at a point, the justice for Mohbad became so personal and became so emotional that the verdict, and I remember after that verdict, the critical thinkers took a serious action and stand. And that action, Daddy Ishak, Mommy Ebabagunwa, Mommy Rianu, Mr. Vengeance, General Vengeance, thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you for allowing me to speak. God bless you guys. God bless every one of us. I'm so sorry. I stand on all existing protocol. I say good afternoon, good evening. I'm so sorry I was just carried away with, it's just, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. See, there are two things the critical thinkers take actions on, and it is reviewing the CTC of the coroner inquest and also reading the verdict. And after reading the verdict, we feel like an advice was given to the Aloba family that this verdict and CTC does not represent what the public and yourself is looking for in justice for Mohbad. And we saddled the Aloba family the responsibility and his lawyer and the responsibility to say, okay, this verdict, this CTC, this report, what does Aloba's family feel and what is their position on it? And we were open for a judicial review, which is the most appropriate step as a civil right and a civil responsibility. We work to make sure that aspect and that angle was explored. But up to now, we don't know the challenges, we don't know the situation. It was not. And with all of this, coupled with the DNA, coupled with the negative narrations of people using foundation, wrong narrative, lies and speculation that the critical thinkers are trying to use foundation to make Baba to sign the document.
Yana.
That would, ma? Yana, okay.
Sorry, I'm calling someone.
Oh, mommy, good evening, ma. So, all of this put together at a point, emotions, it started affecting because, it came as a shock. Reading the CTC and the verdict. The verdict was particularly about the 2 million naira. They were particularly about next of kin. They don't care about what the driver said about 3 people that ran out of the house. They don't care about the phone forensics the entire world has been crying for. But so it's a lot of things, and I would say that all of this is draining and is emotionally is affecting, and maybe possibly that is one of the things the chief coroner's officers review. Yeah, maybe that's one of the things. But I mean, I took off, but I'm back, and it's all for good and not for justice for Mohbad, and we stand gidigba. This justice, one way or the other, we must get it. We have to get it. No matter what the government do, no matter what narrations or attempt that they have, it is a must that this justice will get it. It is clear. So in my submission today, earlier you already played the video. And I hope the Aloba family watched that video and the entire world watched that video. The step that was taken to establish and to investigate a case that the police feel is an homicide. They felt it's an homicide because the man died in the house. And if a man dies in the house, there is a responsibility of people in the house to tell the general public or the investigating officers what killed this man. The only difference is that he's a rich man and he's an older man. He's a public figure, he's a politician like they are. So that is the only difference. He lives with people, he lives with domestic staffs, he lives with family members, and he died in the house. So also Mohbad lives with a girlfriend, domestic staffs, and he also died in the house. So it's shocking and that the best homicide department in the Nigerian police force, Bansi, choose not to carry the same van that they used to go to this man's house to investigate. They choose not to drive that van to Mohbad's house. In fact, at a point at the coroner inquest, the magistrate said that the police never recommended Mohbad's house as a crime scene. I remember that there was something like that. They never recommend Mohbad's house as a crime scene in an investigation that is still ongoing. So all of these things, looking at the situation, looking at the circumstance, looking at the step the government took. Now, as at yesterday press release on the matter, 9 people have been detained. After during the investigation, 9 people. Now they break it down. 5 immediate family members were part of the people that are being detained for further investigation. And as I'm talking to you, they've gotten a court order to keep them to extend their stay in the cell pending their investigation. 4 domestic staffs, 5 immediate family members, 4 domestic staffs. This is equivalent and it's almost the same thing with Mohbad's case. Domestic staffs were present when he died. Immediate family members were present when he died. And you can hear the Commissioner of Police stating that they were not telling him the real story. That is Lagos Commissioner of Police. That is the new Commissioner of Police in Lagos State. He's saying that they were not telling the right story. That is why he feels that forensics should be done. That is why he feels that the 5 people around Mohbad, around the man, and the 4 domestic staff should be held. Should be held in jail, not be coming and going against Mohbad's case. So it's a lesson to our Aloba family. They have a long fight ahead of them. It is now left to them to fight it. It is left to them to fight it. We all understand that the DNA matter is a family matter, but still yet, I mean, the general public has worked in a large amount of time, emotions, finances, support, to support this DNA matter. And it is honorable, it will be honorable for them to do the rightful, do the needful. 2 documents is circulating. One is signed, one is not signed. One is stating categorically that the DNA will be done in Nigeria and abroad, not signed. One is saying that the court bailiff, which is the court sheriff, appointed people will be present in conducting. Now, this is the question. Are we going to be paying visa fee and application visa, applying for visa for the court bailiff that will be witnessing the procedures and the process of the DNA? Is that what they're telling us? Or is that what they're telling us is that the magistrate that did not apply for the DNA will be the one that will be conducting the DNA that is supposed to be a family business? But I know that currently they said that they're expecting a document from the court tomorrow. We're going to keep our fingers crossed for that document. Let's see what the document says. But whatever it is, Aloba's family, if we want justice for Mohbad, like we all have been shouting, there has been some steps. There has been some lay down steps, lay down requests, actions, that none of it has been fulfilled by the Aloba's family and the lawyer. And these actions, steps, and requests, yell and screaming are not far-fetched. Judicial review of the coroner inquest. In accordance with the coroner law, any participating member, I think it's section 38, is it 48, 38 or 42 of the coroner law, any participation member without condition that is not satisfied with the conduction of the coroner has the civil right to request for a new one through the judicial review. And you see, Baba Mohbad is obviously not satisfied. And I will say that a lot of members, participating members in that coroner inquest was not satisfied with this outcome. And we have 90 days to contest that coroner inquest. Please, when was the verdict read? Was it not July? Was it June 11th or July 11th? Was it June 11th or July? Please, can somebody remind me? Was it June or July? Hello, guys.
July 11th.
July, okay. So September 11 make it 2 months. Then October 11, which is another 3 or 4 weeks time, less than a month time, that window will be closed for us to request a judicial review. So what is the Aloba family doing? That is a step. It is a right. It is the right of the participating members. Now, we are expecting the Aloba family to put out a press release, a conference in that regard, to tell the general public, to tell the supporters of True Justice for Mohbad seekers, to say, this is how the Aloba family are going to be acting and responding. I mean, we are here to see the action. And also, there has been the case of embalmment. I remember embalmment case has existed over a year and 6 months, precisely March 21st, 2024. I mean, and we're not hearing anything about it, and the critical thinkers have done a lot to remind the Aloba's family to also explore that avenue. The police, based on our investigation, the police say, oh, it's DPP. Now the DPP say it's the police. And at the point they said that the document has been forwarded back to the police, and the police stated that they're having challenges with the constructions going on in Pansi, Zone 2 in the matter. And during this time, the former AIG of Zone 2, Olatubosun, was replaced by the current one that is there right now. And still yet, we have not received anything. And AS Aromolaro, the Director of Public Prosecution, is it Director of Public Prosecution? Has not said anything. And Aloba family hold us the responsibility and the duty to tell us what is going on that matter. And the recent outpours and work of the 15 people in the house I don't know, but I mean, that is now to what I understand, to what I know, is that that matter is not. So the critical thinkers in entirety are not associating with that move anymore, and we will not be addressing that matter going forward. But I think the Aloba's family owe us, the general public, the true justice seekers, an explanation to that effect. What is going on? What really is the problem with these 15 people in the house? Are they using another angle? Are they trying to explore another angle? Are they trying to take a different route? You can. As far as these people are all culpable for the crime, whether criminally or civilly, we just want the right thing to be done. So the Aloba family has a lot of things on their table. And it's still not too late for them to approach the public, address the public, and let the public know what and how they are approaching this matter moving forward. DNA matter has become another topic which we are going to be keeping our fingers crossed, because to my understanding, a proper court documents will be presented to the public tomorrow. We are waiting. Let's see what the outcome of that document, what the document is going to say. Because there was a video I remember I listened to. That video was in sync, in alliance with the document that is circulating, that the magistrate is going to be supervising and conducting the DNA. I remember listening to that audio, and I remember sending it to an important family of Aloba family, saying, look at what I heard in this audio. I wish I can play that audio. I don't have it right here. I don't know who. The audio is stating that Aloba's family's request is being stepped down, and the court has taken up the matter themselves. They are taking up the responsibility to conduct the DNA, and nobody will be paying for it. Aloba's family will not be paying for it. It is going to be the sole responsibility of the government, solely representing the judicial process, without Aloba's family taking charge as requested in the application which they submitted in June of this year, to say they want to vary the results, the outcome of the report of the DNA process. So it's a lot of things, and Aloba owes a lot of duty to address us. While we wait for them, I know they are listening. I believe they are hearing us. While we wait for them, we should always remember that our mental health, our emotions needs to be guided. The awuyewuyes and the rògbòdìyàn, we need to watch it, because I will not lie to you, it's one of the things that affected me, and I medically I was advised, I will also say that people should always consider a little bit of relaxing too, because I will not lie to you, it's a sad situation, especially in a matter like this. And one more thing I want the Aloba family to work on, and give us, what do you think about the son requesting and applying again, requesting for the forensics investigation document of the Nigerian police force in this matter, and make it public? What did the police do in this investigation?
Bayo,
It is still the right. Yeah.
Bayo, let me update you on that forensic. The last,
Yeah.
spot to the last meeting they had, that Baba Mubad, PRO, Guresi, and Rich Chris was in that meeting.
Okay.
Yeah, I was opportunity to, if I don't think through a lot of son, I was opportunity to call Guresi's attention that they should go back and tell the son about the forensics, So he went back, and on that, I was on the call, and it was the forensic, although some couple of people turned your lawyer. When they come along, come worrying about forensic, but he went back. You know, that's why. Yeah. He told me that and they're gonna come out worrying about forensic, come along, but he went back. And I heard when the son instructed that so I wouldn't know, but that's what I heard that day that they should write a letter, blah blah blah, as regards the forensics. But trust me, I got the mobile so yeah, go on.
Honorable Dad, I'm sorry to interject. Everything since we finished this inquest with Sanshiti, it's like he's the critical thinker and the public that is reminding him the step to take. Like he's the public that we say, okay, we want judicial review. It's the public that we say, okay, forensic. Is the public that we want to ask for the next step. Now that and we all believe because we saw his profile that is a criminal lawyer. At least after this what's it called, inquest, is he not supposed to sit his client down and say, okay, this inquest are ended the way it is. This is what we need to do. This is the way forward. This is my plan. This is how I'm going to do it. This is what we need to do. Is it not a lawyer that's supposed to tell the clients what they are going to do in moving the case forward? Because all I can see is that it is just everything coming from the critical thinker and the public on how to tell Sanshitu, this is what we need. This is not talking. This is how the case will need to go. This is what is the next. Everybody on this justice for Mohbad will be the one researching. Go and check one or two things and then refresh Sam's memory. So I don't understand. I'm just, when you don't understand something and you're asking questions, is that how? Because I've never dealt with any lawyer in my life. Is that how it's supposed to go? That is just someone that will be telling him, this is what we need. Like what Honorable just said now. If they did not tell him to talk about the what's they call, the forensic, if Burasi did not go back, he will not say, hey, you come, go and write something. I don't understand. I'm just lost. I just don't understand how the lawyer is just treating Baba Mohbad and Mohbad case and public the way he's doing. And Baba Mohbad is not seeing all these flags or red flags, they call it. I'm sorry to interject. I don't just understand. It's been a long time that I've been thinking about this.
Mama, what I know is that Mr. Muyiwa is in the know. So if Baba is not getting, Mr. Muyiwa is an intelligent man. If Baba is not getting the right advice, I am going to say, but Muyiwa is in the know now. Muyiwa has a more document he was signing. He saw it too now. But only now, Muyiwa saw it. But it is what it is. Mr. Ishak, how are you, sir?
Honorable Daddy,
Daddy Shark, please, Big Shark, round up. Your Daddy, please, I just want to say this again. That, you see, I remember that the pathologist and the lawyer in the past requested the forensics investigation document that was used to investigate the matter. It will help any lawyer that is coming up that want to come up or don't take up the matter, even the general public, to know how to approach the matter. We are requesting the Aloba family, Sense and Shitu, to request for that document. It is called document, it is public document. Let us see what these people wrote in their statement. Let us see the more than 26 people that was investigated. Let us hear and read what they said happened in the house. Why the police is saying that it's not an homicide case. What is it that Darusha said Did he say 11 o'clock? Did the driver mention 11 o'clock in his investigation? Did they do any phone forensics at all? Because according to what I understand, phones were seized in this matter. Phone were seized. And if phone were seized, it is based on investigation, right? That is phone forensics. Is there any documentation supporting the phone that was seized? Have they returned the phones back to the owners? Did Mohbad's phone, did it go through part of those phone that was investigated? Did they do any phone forensics on Mohbad's phone? The phone forensics is necessary. Also, the investigation document that we might use in future, that we might also go back to as a reference. These are documents that are law-abiding under the law. It's a lot of things the Aloba's family is owing the general public. The forensics document that was used to investigate this case, it is the right of the Aloba's family to have a copy. And it is the right of their son, Shitu, the right of the lawyer, to request a copy for them so that it will guide in the next line of action. If we have to sue the entire Nigerian police force all over again, we need to know how the police conducted this investigation. And I believe the Aloba's family should give us a direction on that document. Have they applied? Have they ever gotten a feedback in the application? Are they going to press for that to apply? Are they going to do a press conference? Are they going to submit to us what the Sanshitu is doing to approach the 15 people in the house? Because I remember that I listened to Sanshitu tell me on the phone like this, that the 15 people in the house can be sued and will be sued. How long? What more do we need to do to sue the 15 people in the house? What more do we need to do to make sure that the phone forensics is done? We've tried. We are tired. We are getting wearied. Everything is in standstill. The DNA matter, the most important thing in the DNA matter is also coming out confusing. If the government is pressurizing you, let the public know. Are you going to succumb to these pressures? Are they intimidating? It is better you let us know. There is solutions to every problem. I'll mute my mic for now. Thank you so much, Daddy Big Shot, for giving me this opportunity to take a little bit of your time. Thank you, Daddy. Thank you, everyone. Go on, Daddy Big Shot.
Thank you, my brother.
Daddy Jack, Emma Binoke to law. Let me quickly say this. When the corona inquest finished, some of us believe that after reading the CTC and the recommendation and the verdict, we believe that a judicial review is necessary, which we wrote in our own capacity to the family. But we don't know why till now a corona inquest that named the woman next of kin.
When we wrote, the Sanshitu said that the corona review is the right of Aloba and they can do it. It told us it is a right.
Before.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Before.
Then, when the CTC came out, then we wrote.
The story changed.
The story changed, but it is well.
But it is not well. I mean,
no, it is well. We cannot, Bayo, you cannot cry more than the bereaved. It is well.
I hate to listen. I hate to hear that word, bro. I hate to hear that word.
Professor Ishak get Bowers for Rejo.
Big shot.
Bayo mute.
I want to first of all appreciate Honorable York Daddy, the panelists, the commenters, and fellow comrades, Nigerians watching us home and abroad. The struggle for justice for Mohbad is a two-edged sword, and we are all learning from it. A lesson of failed leadership and lesson of failed followership. It would be wrong to give an impression that it's all about leadership. We've seen how it all play out, and it's still playing out. Are Nigerians ready for growth and development? Are we ready for sacrifice of economic and political independence? Are Nigerians dreaming of better tomorrow? The role played by all of us. And that is why I'm not moved when people say some people have compromised. All of them have compromised. Láti wá sórí ìkànnì, láti wá ṣépè pé ẹni tó bá da Mohbad bó ṣe máa rí fún bó ṣe máa rí fún. Gbogbo wa àtàwọn tó ń pretend, kódà àwọn tó bí ọmọ, ìyá ọmọ, ẹni tó pe rẹ̀ partner ẹ̀, àbúrò ẹ̀, gbogbo everybody ló ti fẹnu ara ẹ̀ ṣépè pé ẹni tó bá da Mohbad bó ṣe máa rí ni. Ẹni tó máa rí èpè kúrò lórí everybody a máa wò ó. Àwọn tán àdẹ fẹnu ara wọn ṣépè, how they are going to escape it? We are watching. He said the problem is that every time we come to speak beautifully about what happened or what's happening in the developed world, we have history of how Americans became giants. And we have history of how we made Nigeria to be ants by our actions and inactions. It's an abyss of mutual destruction, both leaders and followers. Here we are not talking about road. We are not talking about water. We are talking about human life. We're talking about a dignity that is the fundamental belief that all individuals must possess. Ta ló máa gbọ́ wípé kódà ajá tó bá rókò ajá á fẹ̀yìn rìn. Òkú èèyàn là ń sọ. So what is the difference between those dancing around DNA, whether they are family members or supporters of Aloba, and those who went to dance at Ile Oniposi, and those who claim that what we are looking for is not what Pai Mohbad, but the bully? What is the difference? What's the difference between officials of government and DPP that find it easy to approach suspects? And I doubt if DPP has ever approached Baba Mohbad, a man who lost his son. That what do you want? How do you think we can go about this case? But DPP will approach a suspect. And one of those, the sponsor of the suspect, is even telling us that he must walk free. Ṣé báwọn tó máa prosecute ẹ̀ náà nìyẹn? Ṣé báwọn náà ti lọ approach nurse? Ṣé báwọn náà ó ní tó sọ fún spending from their mouth? You think it's a joke? Where is the virtue of humanity? It's a virtue, regardless of our condition, of our characteristics, of our background. Ṣebí kéèsì kan lẹ gbé wáyé? Ṣé bọ́lọ́pàá ló ń react sí kéèsì tẹ gbé wáyé? Ṣé yàtọ̀? Do you need anybody to tell us that police Nigeria are not well trained? Who says they are not well trained? Do you need? Because it should have been done this way. Some people think, evidence. Is that what your lawyer is now going to court? We are saying that we are fighting the leaders. Adẹ̀tún fèsì àwọn olórí burúkú amokun mẹ́kọ, àwọn ajẹ́ndìmọ̀ di ìbàjẹ́, àwọn màdàrú. Bá ṣe ń bá wọn jà lókè, bẹ́ẹ̀ náà làwọn tó wà ládùúgbò ọwọ́ wọn ò já sun. Human life, respect for the dead, ká tiẹ̀ honour ẹ̀ with kí n ló pa á níbi tó bá wà lọ́hùn kó mọ̀ pé àwọn tó wà lẹ́yìn this is the only respect they can give me. Lọ́ọ̀yà wá ń pọ́ìntì sí owó tó wà nílẹ̀ àwọn á fi máa jà ojú lọ́ọ̀yà tiẹ̀ hàn wọ́n yọ̀gò lójú wọ́n ti rí royalty. I don't know the self-worth. I don't know the kind of mindset. We're talking about human dignity. That's the cornerstone of any ethical or social frameworks that we'll be talking about. If you don't have it, you don't have it. Where's our respect? Where's our compassion? Where is the empathy? Now you are talking about Nigerian moving forward. What is the national value? Bọ́mọ olówó bá kú, ariwo á ta. Bọ́mọ tálíkà bá kú, ṣó nìkan ló máa kú ni. So what is the national value? Because for us to drive this country, it's one thing to say Nigeria ò dáa. Ó yàtọ̀ sí Nigeria ò dáa bí à ń ba Nigeria jẹ́. Nigeria ò dáa bá ń ba Nigeria jẹ́. Kí ni difference tá a ní pẹ̀lú àwọn tá a lájọ bẹ̀rẹ̀ justice? Tó jẹ́ pé put it on the scale. Put it on any scale. Empathy làwa níta ní ẹ mọ́ bùa bọ́rọ̀bá. A sọ pé tẹ́ ẹ bá ní evidence bóun náà ló pọ̀ mọ́ ẹ̀. A ní ẹ má mú wá. Ṣùgbọ́n àtàmọ́ tẹ́ ń sọ ò nítumọ̀. Bí pé fẹ́ lé ń di ẹrù ẹ̀bẹ̀ ṣe lé ọmọ ẹ̀ náà ni. That has been our stand. Aloba ò fún wa lówó àfi tá a bá tún máa náwó lórí kọ́ọ̀sì. What is the fundamental belief? Tẹ́ ẹ fi di pé ká tẹ̀lé yín pé democracy is the government of the people, by the people and for the people. Àwa ń pariwo látọdún mélòó. Ẹ wá ń kọ wọ́n wá ní kàn ṣe ordinary DNA test. Wọ́n yé sọmọ olówó ọmọ tálíkà ni o. Ìlú tí ò subsidize production. All of a sudden, ìlú tí ò sí subsidy for anybody. All of a sudden, welfare officer dẹ̀ fò jáde. So what are the guiding principles? I don't even understand. It's as if we just throw caution to the wind and we don't care any longer. And we see some of these things playing out. We are watching it. And we all pretend as if not. This nation is sick. Oh. What is the moral? Is it that there is no moral standard? A moral standard that defines a country and its people? No moral standard that shape our collective identity and behavior? No sense of purpose? No sense of direction? And you now expect patriotism? Bàbá tọ́mọ ẹ̀ kú. Suspect tún ti gbé lọ ilé ẹjọ́. Ẹ ti ẹ̀ recognize Wùmí as suspect. Ṣé kò gbà lọ́ba lọ kóòtù ni? Lọ́ọ̀yà yín dẹ̀ tó ń kàǹtì àsárá achievement òun fàìlì defense fún bàbá ní court. Àbí ṣé rọ́ ni? Kò ń ṣara achievement yẹ. And the lawyer can type pẹ̀lú gbogbo tá à ń rí pé I have successfully concluded Corona inquest successfully. A lawyer. Ó dẹ̀ ń kọ́ nínú gbogbo tí gbogbo wa ń wò yìí. Ẹ dẹ̀ ní nǹkan ò ṣe wá. Ṣé bí wọ́n ní ara tí lawyer fi pè l'achievement ó ní pé òun get variation order lórí DNA. Variation wo lẹ wá rí inú CTC o? Ṣára request ẹ̀ ní pé kí welfare officer wá oversee. To date even know you see, that's why I just laugh at people. Kí ni role welfare officer in DNA? is to provide administrative support. Is to provide administrative support. If you have any, maybe government just want to observe for fairness.